Thank you very much. Ms. Walorski, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My question is for Mr. Pummel. I said in a hearing 2 weeks ago that the VA continues to have what seems to be a crisis of confidence within senior-level executives at the VA. Every day it seems like there's something new. We've heard projects over budget, behind schedule, whistleblower retaliation, and now this issue of collusion among officials to line their pockets with fewer responsibilities. When I go back to my district, it's the veterans and the taxpayers that are furious with what's going on in this agency. Constituents in all of our districts work hard for their money. They play by the rules, and they want this nonsense to stop. So I'm just sitting here thinking, listening to this testimony go on. And Mr. Pummel, you're a retired Army colonel, correct?
Yes.
And I appreciate your service. Thank you for your service to this country. But I think, and I guess I want to know, what do you think the effect of the morale of troops would be if their commander bent the rules to his or her own benefit? And then what does it do to the team? What does it do to the troops? What did it do in your former life in looking at this situation right now?
It's devastating if the senior leaders are not held accountable at the same level as the lowest person in the organization.
And I would agree with that. And I would also say you're also from a premier business school, the Wharton School of Business Advanced Management Program. And if they took this case study today, these professors, and said to their students, look at the real-time, real-life disaster we have on our hands. We all long for the day for this organization to be healthy, but it's not, and we've tried everything. What would those school professors look at this case, and what would they say to those students today as how to fix this? How would you fix this?
I'm actually doing an interview with Wharton Magazine in the next couple weeks to discuss why somebody that went to Wharton would work as a public servant. And one of the discussions is how do we manage a workforce that we can't, when you're in the private sector, eliminate somebody or move somebody or discipline whenever you need to, that we have such a complex set of rules for. And it's hard, it's tough, the rules are there, but we have to work through those rules.
Let me ask you this, because most of us in here worked on the VA reform bill last October, conference committee, the report, moved that thing through, and one of the things that the chairman has talked about virtually every time we meet is the ability for senior level executives to be fired, to be disciplined, to be moved out, to bear the brunt of transparency and accountability to the American people. But yet every time folks from the VA would come in and we'd ask the question, how many people have been fired in this place? The answer may have gone from maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe they couldn't give us the name of somebody that was fired. And to your point, I agree, to your point, in this Wharton magazine, that profile that you're going to do you need more legislative action to be able to discipline and fire people who are not accountable and transparent, who have committed different kinds of egregious activities? Do you need more authority to do that?
I personally think we need to wait out the new SES law and see how that works. One of the problems we've had in the past is I've personally disciplined senior executives in my current position with the intent of firing them, and they resign or retire before I could do that. Under this new law, that's not possible. It goes too quick. So I think we play it out and see how it goes.
Well, I guess, and to your point, and sorry for the interruption, but to your point, that's what the people in my district have watched on TV. They've watched the news reports where people have sat in these very hearings and they've been subpoenaed to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And then we find out that they end up with unbelievable retirement settlements. They're gone. They'll never answer another question again. In some cases, they'll never answer a question, period. And then people in my district, double-income households, retired veterans, look at that, and it is absolutely demoralizing, as it would have been to troops as well, and to these students at Wharton. It's demoralizing to people in my district, to veterans. And I guess my final question is, in that demoralizing environment, how in the world will the VA ever hire the doctors, the nursing professionals, and the administrators to run an agency that we here tonight with these two folks that are here? How in the world can the VA ever attract the kind of employees they need to make this a healthy organization and provide the services our veterans deserve?
I think we can do it. I think that the Secretary and the Deputy Secretary are on track with their MyVA, with putting the veteran first in everything they do. There's good people out there that want to work for the government, that want to take care of veterans. Two of them are here at the table with me. These are really sharp guys that have done a good job and are giving up a lot to take care of veterans. There's lots of people out there that want to do it. We just got to show the commitment that we're going to hold people accountable, that we want to do the right thing, and they'll come work for us.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I yield my time back.
Thank you very much. Mr. Waltz, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I would have to associate